You know when people say to you, why do you use that? Why do you use that ability? Why do you use that gun? And you almost have to justify it a little bit. Well, I get a lot of people saying to me, why do you use the Tempest? He's the worst of all the specialists. I'm just going to show you this. Oh my god, he got a quad. That's why I like to use the Tempest, my good old Cockney African friend, because he basically fishes out the campers. Now I know it might look like, as I show you this, they're not really camping, but these guys would not move out of this building or game, and they were causing havoc. So this nice little kill chain, plus a couple of others obviously after, helped us to win the game, which was fantastic, and it was all thanks to my Tempest. Now I know I could have possibly gone in there and done the same thing with a fire break, but the great thing about the Tempest was I was able to take that shot and move away very quickly, while the arcing of the electricity was able to take out the 3 other people and the poor unfortunate who was climbing out the water. I mean, talk about walking into the wrong party. What a shame. Sorry about that, chap. But yeah, that's why I use the Tempest, and I'm also very used to him as well. So, let's talk about Specialist a little bit. Now, somebody posted me a link to a subreddit. This was explaining about the 10th Specialist character that is going to be released, I believe, tomorrow, because there's a sign for the 31st of the 3rd, 2016, and basically this guy is called Blackjack. Now I sort of saw this guy mentioned a while ago and nothing really came of it, but it seems as though it's a little bit more confirmed now that there is going to be a 10th specialist. And this apparently says that his ability is Weapon Gadget Thief in very big block capitals. Now what it says is that when Blackjack kills an enemy whose specialist item is active, he gets their specialist item for himself. Now, there's been a little bit of confusion over that, with myself included, because nobody really knows what that means. I mean, basically, it's trying to say that, say somebody kills me as a prophet when I'm just about to start electrocuting the entire lobby, then all of a sudden I lose my ability, obviously through death, and Blackjack will acquire that ability himself and suddenly become the prophet, therefore empowering all of my abilities for him to go off and do whatever he wants to do with them. Now some people are saying, oh, it sounds overpowered, and some people are saying, I'm going to use overclock, therefore I will have constant abilities all throughout the game. But we don't really know what that entails, because I would assume that you have to, let's say for the sake of argument, the Ripper, you have to press the R1 and L1 buttons, and then all of a sudden you activate the Ripper, and it's got a certain countdown and a certain timer to, to sort of perform those acts. The stabby acts with the 2 blades like Predator. Or is this guy just on a constant, sort of specialist run? Is his ability constantly enabled? So whenever he does kill somebody who's just got that specialist ability equipped, such as the War Machine, does he suddenly take over the War Machine and it's instantly there in his hands, ready to do the damage? I would probably say no. I would probably say this has to be a sort of specialist ability that has to be activated, same as everybody else's really. But I think that's going to be garbage, because let's say for the sake of argument you have the Ripper. You equip the Ripper because you know when you want to use it. You can time those moments when you want to use the Ripper. So if you're walking around, you're getting into enemy engagements in gunfire, and then all of a sudden you think, I know there's a guy going to come through here, so you stand behind the door waiting for him, and all of a sudden he pops his little head through and you give him that stab, and possibly the man behind him, and possibly a third if you're a very quick-witted person. Then you've completed the objective of what you wanted to do in that specialist ability. Same with the Tempest. As I said, a lot of people don't understand why I use the Tempest. I know how to use the Tempest. I'm a Tempest pro bra. I'm good with the Tempest. I know how to time the shots. I understand the delay on the action, and obviously to charge the electricity plasma gun just takes a sort of millisecond to get charging, and then whoosh, fire it away. Same with the Sparrow. But if this specialist ability is activated sort of in a similar way to combat focus, maybe, where it's just timed down, nothing really changes. Obviously with combat focus, your score is sort of doubled. With this one, obviously, it's a case of a matter of time before you come into contact with somebody who does have their specialist ability equipped. Until that, nothing really happens. But my problem with that is, and where I can see this really falling flat on its arse, is that, let's say for the sake of argument, you're playing on Combine, a very fast-paced map, and all of a sudden you walk in, they've all got their backs to you. Oh, fantastic. Backs to the wall. Let's get a nice little triple kill, or possibly a quad, or maybe even a fury kill. I can see more people coming in. They're oblivious to me being here. So you pull out your gun that's got plenty of ammunition in, lots of extended maggage in there, and you start killing one, and then you kill two. But unfortunately, you kill the guy who's got his specialist ability equipped. And without realising it, you've all of a sudden equipped the Nomad's nanopods. So you're like, oh, and you're just firing these things randomly, and it's just not in the flow that you wanted it to, or wanted it to automatically flow in, because you've just had to equip this gun. Maybe that will take a bit of a, add a bit of time delay on there, such as the Tempest. When you pull out the electrical charged plasma gun, you sort of do that fancy schmancy thing where it goes click, click, and the sides come out, and you sort of have a little bit of a look at it and go, yeah, this is going to do some damage. Be prepared, everybody, to go down and fry like an egg on a Sunday morning. Or maybe even the Reaper, you're sort of killing the first one, you kill the second one. It's right in the middle of a sort of really decent cockfight. And by that, I don't mean a bunch of naked guys getting there, and hitting each other. No, I mean a bunch of guys in a room. It's a really intense situation, and you pull out the sort of mechanicalized sentry gun arm, and you've got to wait for that whole animation of that to come out. That's going to be a time delay. It wasn't something you was expecting. I don't know. I think that's going to be a little bit odd unless it gives you the option and says, oh, you've all of a sudden empowered the ability of the Reaper. Do you want to equip this ability? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how that works. Obviously, there might be more to it than that, or it might just be as simple as that. And maybe some people will be absolutely hungry for that kind of thing. Maybe it'll cycle round as quickly as the Ripper's does with his, with his two blades, because that seems to come around really quick, and you seem to spend most of your time with the Ripper ability anyway. So maybe it'll just keep coming around, and people will get used to it and think, you know what, I can use all of these specialist abilities. I'm going to tear ass up, or maybe it's just going to be an inconvenience. Who knows? There's probably more to it than that. We don't really know. I'm sure we will find out though. And who's to say it's going to be, automatically there as well? It might come in supply drops. They might want you to buy them with, COD points. If that's the case, then I have no idea what it's going to do, because I won't be purchasing it, because I don't buy jack shit. So let me know what you think about that, and I will see you again. Thanks for watching. Apocalypse done.